definitely. Now that following season, you alluded to the things that coach said you needed to improve on. I'm gonna assume that you did, because that following season you went from 7 minutes to 30 minutes, which is kind of unheard of.
Yeah.
What do you think it is that you brought that coach trusted you with 30 minutes a game now, that sophomore season, after barely trusting you prior?
No, I just think, like my freshman year, I fought with it. Like I said, because I get the frustration, because you're not playing, you're not, doing what you used to do in high school. So I kind of fought with it. And I was struggling with the idea of, improving my defense, and I'm a scorer, I'm not getting shots, things of that nature. So I think when you mature and you realize what you're supposed to be doing and what's going to get you on the court, and like I said before, if I'm trusting coach, if he's saying do this and do that, he must be saying it for a reason. I must need to work on my lateral quickness. Now I went to Pitt, I couldn't jump rope. Okay, you need to jump rope. I started to learn how to jump rope. I got quicker. I used the footwork ladder. That how the football players use the footwork ladder. So the side-to-side stuff, I improved my lateral quickness. So now when I get on the court, I'm showing coach this is what I'm doing. And he's seeing me work in the summertime, because I'm on the court, I'm doing this with the assistant coaches right in the summertime. So I'm proving to him that I'm doing the things that he suggested I do to get better and get on the court. So now the trust is being gained, because it's like I'm trusting in him. I trust you, coach, what I need to do. Right? So now when I come back and I'm doing all these things, and now I'm a better player, I'm more mature, I'm confident, because I in my mind I'm like, well, I'm doing what coach is asking me to do, so I know I'm a player, so I'm confident. And then, like I said, he's giving me the opportunity and the freedom to kind of mature as a young man, without going back and forth with him, but just kind of developing into my own player, right? So now he's allowing me to get on the court, and I'm using my minutes to my advantage. And then, like I said, I played with some great players, but I didn't even know it was 30 minutes. But to be on the court that long in Big East, in the Big East back then,
that's a big deal.
It's significant. So I must have been doing the right things, man. So
no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the Big East and what it was like, man, what was that Big East competition like, up close and personal, late 90s? St. John's is rocking and rolling, so absolutely. I know you got the Garden is rocking every time you come home to play the hometown team.
Yeah.
Pro after pro being pumped out of the conference. So what was it like? Yeah,
a friend of mine always says, man, like, when you're in the movie, you don't really, honestly, like, think about certain things, man. So once again, looking back, you got the number one conference in the country, right? You playing against pros every night. These are teams that I've been watching since I was grade school, right? High school, Georgetown, Syracuse, St. John's, Seton Hall, like, teams that have won championships. And I've been to the Garden and see, Big East, title games and stuff like that. So I think it was crazy, man, because I look at it for what it's worth, and like I said, looking back, it's more like the experience, right? So I got to play against some of the best players in the country at the time that, whether they went pro or not, we talking about the best conference at the time, which was like super physical. Once again, Big East tournament is at Madison Square Garden. I'm coming home, I'm playing, St. John's, like I said, Seton Hall, even Georgetown is 4 hours away. My family could come see me, Providence. You know what I'm saying? So the Big East is kind of the local conference, but it's the best one in the country with the best players. So I can just remember just flying different places and being like, yo, this is a great experience, man, because once again, it's basketball, but then I'm getting to go to different cities and different states and places I've never been, playing basketball, but then I'm meeting people, I'm seeing different sites. And like I always say, the experience is nothing if you just go to the gym, play, and go home. You gotta experience and take it in. So I think that's what I tried to do, man. But I think it was phenomenal because, you know, my family got to see me play, obviously, a lot. And then, you know, I got to make an impact in one of the best conferences at the time.
Right,
yeah.
Right. Throughout your 4 years there, because you would go on as an individual to leave your own imprint, leave an impact at the University of Pittsburgh, but as a unit, did you guys ever collectively make it to the big dance during your 4 years there?
Never the NCAAs. We made the NIT my freshman year.
Okay. How far?
I think it was I want to say second round. But it was crazy because we played against Arkansas, and that was when Kareem Reed was with us. So I got to hang out with him when we went to Arkansas because we played at Arkansas. So, you know, he's a Bronx guy. So it was just one of them things where, once again, a cool experience with somebody that you grew up with, you know, when you're playing in the NIT, but never the big dance. But like, it was crazy because when I graduated, that year after I graduated, they went to like the Big East finals, and then, you know what I'm saying, Pitt started having some, you know, a lot of success after. Yeah. So, you know, I think it's some of the stuff that we built, you know what I mean, and it just carries over, and they got some good recruits in there. And, you know, obviously, my last year I played for Ben Howland, who, you know, legendary UCLA produced.
Final Fours.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Love, you know, all those guys. So I got to get a lot of tutelage and knowledge from him my senior year. He always says to this day, man, if I had you for 2 years, you know, but, you know, I had him for 1 year, man. But he was great my last year.
What's some of the things that you speak on the tutelage and things of that nature? What's some of the things you learned from a coach like Ben Howland?
Yeah,
and do you still continue to learn things?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think discipline, man. And like I said, I talk to my guys more about life than basketball. I think that's where, you know, when you're taking over a new program, I think that's the first thing you have to do, right? You gotta instill discipline, not to scare guys, right, but just to make it known that this is the way things are gonna be, and I want to win. So I think that's what he did. Like, and we, you know, his first year we didn't necessarily, I think we won 14 or 15 games or something like that, but it was him making an impression, him making a name for himself in the program, but allowing or weeding out the bad things in a program to get to a level where you can win. So I think I always take that discipline piece from him, because he came in and not necessarily clean house, but he got rid of some guys. He made sure guys were in class. Back then, nobody was checking our classes. So he was, you know, he was, the assistant coaches were now showing up. Yeah. If you're not there, you're running, you know, stuff like that. So he made it known that there was more of a life side to the basketball piece, but if blended together, you can be successful on the court because you're doing the right things all around. So I think, you know what I'm saying, I always take that, you know, those lessons from him, because, you know, he definitely led Pitt to a lot of success, you know, thereafter.
For sure.